Welcome back to week 5, and we're going to talk about movement and what it relates to type 2 diabetes. We're going to talk about exercise, and there's one key kind of mindset we want you to understand. We have to create a movement mindset. Human bodies are designed to move. What do you want them to understand about movement and how powerful it is?
Well, a crazy statistic, about 82% of our population doesn't move on a regular basis.
80 what?
82%. So we have to really start thinking about why don't people move, and there's a lot of reasons behind it, but that's the big point today is we want to make sure that you have a mindset around movement. Motion creates positive emotion. I truly believe the number one benefit of moving the body is not only what it does for the body we're going to talk about, but what it does for my mind.
I mean, you hear the commercials and the suggestions for handling type 2 diabetes or an imbalanced glucose. Eat better and exercise, but it's a lot, I think, more difficult. I think it requires a little bit more thinking, and so we're going to focus on movement today, and you can interchange exercise, but movement is a mindset, exercise is more structured, and what we want you to learn and know are some of these benefits around movement specifically to type 2 diabetes. So what are some of those benefits?
Well, again, we said way back in sessions before that it makes the cell membrane soft and permeable. So again, it makes it sensitive. So just moving your body for 5 minutes. The other thing too, anytime you start moving the body, especially the upper body, it works your lymphatic system, which is a natural pump to keep the body clean. So movement does so many things, the mind, the body, the cell. And again, we just have to get the mindset wrapped around, I need to move my body every day. And it doesn't need to be a lot. We talk about its compound interest. You just do a little bit every day, but that's the mindset that we want to make sure that you're taken away today.
Yeah, we want you to understand. I think everyone watching knows they need to move. They including myself, there's days where I don't move and I say, why didn't I move? Because I know how much better I feel and how much better I perform. But we're going to try to make it simple today. We're going to try to kind of take you on where you're at and make it a little bit better. And there's really a couple action items we want them to take and making it simple, enjoyable, sustainable. So let's talk about step number 1 from a exercise standpoint, movement standpoint.
So from a movement standpoint, understand, again, all amazing benefits, but when you work the body, especially your muscles are like an engine, and what they do is they gobble up glucose. So as the body gets stronger along the way, your body has a better opportunity to take care of that glucose, and that's one of the great benefits with diabetes and exercise.
When you're leaner and when you're stimulating the musculoskeletal system, it's going to gobble up that glucose. Versus if you don't, it's not as sensitive.
Well, the big thing when you hear people, and again, many in the medical world, they talk about we need to do more cardio for your type 2 diabetes. In reality, that's important. You want to make that cell sensitive, but also you want to make that cell very active. And inside the cell is called the mitochondria. That's the car engine. And so when you build muscle, that thing becomes more active, and now we're consuming that glucose, and now the body has a better opportunity to take care of it. So a big thing when you think about exercise itself is, number 1, you want to find activities you enjoy, because if you don't like it and you hate it, you're not going to do it. But really get your mind wrapped around some strength training. And it's simple. And again, we're going to send you multiple videos to different strength, but make it so simple. Like you start with a body weight squat. It's easy. You know, again, if you have bad knees, there's lots of ways to do that. Or maybe a modified push-up. But if you're not strength training, that, in my opinion, on top of moving your body, having that mindset around movement, is incredibly beneficial for stabilizing blood glucose level and improving your numbers.
So a couple action items. Dynamic warm-up and foundations. Let's start with the basics. We call this the superfoods of movement. We'll send you these exercises. Getting the body to move, get ready for activity, work on your flexibility, balance, range of motion. Number 2, we know we need to do cardio. Cardiovascular system, heart, vessels, get you more cardiovascular fit. But I think we really want to double down on the strength training. Find some strength training that you're comfortable doing, some strength training that may challenge you a little bit. Could be body weight, could be machines, multiple different ways. And we have resources, videos, and exercises you can follow along.
And I think the big thing we want you to walk away with movement is that take a piece of time and think to yourself, okay, do I have 10 minutes? So if you're currently not moving, don't worry about it. But slowly we were building that mindset. I'm going to devote at least 10 minutes or maybe 15 minutes on a regular basis. Find activities, again, you like to do. Experiment with it. Like we talked about in last session, you need to make some mistakes. Play around with things, see what you enjoy. But last and not least is you got to perfect the ordinary. So if you're currently moving, how do you make it a little bit better? How do you change it a little bit better? How do you get stronger? Again, the human body is incredible in its ability to adapt, self-correct, and heal if we put it in the right opportunity. And that's one of the greatest benefits of moving the human body. It does all those things.
So again, we're here to guide you. We're going to give you some resources. Remember, in week 5, we're designed to move. So move the body, find activities you like, find movements you like, double down on the strength training, do the cardio, and then the dynamic warm-up and foundations. We'll see you again in week 6.